It's Week 18 of the NFL, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He's gonna...
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. And going right back to Walker. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Bobby Brown on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Now it's Stafford. And this one too low. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and... The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
I think a lot of time when you see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play. Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the Rams had 8-8 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Williams will score. Touchdown, LA.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. and that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him a 30 up to the 33. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Up near the 37.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Throwing again is Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Good footwork at the 30. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Play action. It's Smith. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Seven, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Williams running left. Stiff-armed him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Stafford.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gino. No chance to get away there from Smith as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Stafford now to throw.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback. Try and cover downfield. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10. More yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Williams. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I've never given up. Line, and we have to here. The protection That's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh. Out here, this is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
3rd and 3.
Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now Stafford.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it. 2-yard line.
Situation where sidelines going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Smith.
This is Fant on the short completion. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Smith. They bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And Cup going to pick up a Rams first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
Here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. Credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start the second half here with Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15.
Delay of game.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Seahawks 42-yard line.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Again, it's Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. Much today. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum.
Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Back to throw, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And now it's second down. Back to throw. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again is Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Corum.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, third quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running left, Corum. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Stafford now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll send the tight end in motion. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down and 4. Now Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Geno. He'll find Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They run straight ahead with Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Oh, fighting off the defender.
90 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
Oh, a heck of a move. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the gun, here's Smith.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
And Walker once more.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Shoves him away. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth-quarter lead. Myers' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could be.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua, 71 yards.
And the Rams use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up the 23-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got a man complete.
Down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cobb, for a Los Angeles first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pick of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Rams have won the game.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for LA,
they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Seattle,
it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.